Hello, welcome to the X. Have you ever wondered why ants, the tiny creatures known for their impeccable teamwork, sometimes march to their own doom? These minuscule marvels of nature, usually epitomes of order and organization, can sometimes fall into a deadly, chaotic dance. This strange and puzzling event, which seems to defy the ant's inherent sense of structure, is known as the ant's death spiral, an enigma that continues to baffle scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Let's dive into this unsolved mystery of nature, the phenomenon known as the ant's death spiral. Scene script. Picture this: a circular mill of ants, each following the one in front, trapped in a never-ending loop until they eventually die of exhaustion. In the fascinating world of ants, there's a phenomenon known as the ant's death spiral, a tragic ballet of sorts where ants seem to be caught up in a deadly dance that they can't escape from. It all begins quite innocuously, with a handful of ants losing their way. In their attempt to find their path, they start following each other, creating a circle that continuously rotates. Like a tiny tornado, this spiral begins to draw in more and more ants. But how does this happen? Ants, as we know, are social creatures that rely on pheromone trails to navigate. These chemical signals laid down by their fellow ants help them find food sources and guide them back to their colony. In the death spiral, however, something goes awry. Instead of leading to food or safety, the pheromone trail starts going in circles. As more ants join the circle, they reinforce the pheromone trail, making it stronger and more alluring for other ants. Before they know it, hundreds, sometimes even thousands of ants are trapped in this fatal cycle. They march on day and night, following the scent of their comrades, trapped in an endless loop that they can't break free from. What's even more tragic is that these ants don't stop until they eventually die of exhaustion. They're trapped in a cycle they can't comprehend, driven by an instinct they can't override. This is nature at its most paradoxical, showcasing the strength of unity in the ant colony, but also its potential downfall. Yet even in this grim spectacle, there's a lesson to be learned. The ant's death spiral serves as a stark reminder of the perils of blindly following the crowd, of not questioning the path we're on. It's a call to be aware, to be mindful, and to understand that sometimes the path well trodden may not always lead to the right destination. This is the ant's death spiral, a striking example of how following the crowd can sometimes lead to disastrous consequences. Now that we know what an ant's death spiral looks like, let's understand why it happens. The science behind the ant's death spiral is as fascinating as it is tragic. It all begins with the ant's primary means of navigation, pheromone trails. These are scent paths laid down by ants, marking their routes from food sources back to the colony. These trails guide other ants and help them find food efficiently. However, if for some reason a trail gets disrupted or loops back on itself, it can lead to a deadly spiral. An ant might get lost and inadvertently start walking in a circle, laying down a circular pheromone path as it does. When other ants follow this path, they too get trapped in the loop, creating a spiral. But why can't the ants just break free from this loop? Well, that's where the ants' instinctive following behavior comes into play. Ants are programmed to follow pheromone trails. It's in their nature, their very DNA. This behavior, beneficial in normal circumstances, turns fatal in the case of the death spiral. The ants keep following the circular path, unable to break away until they eventually die of exhaustion. The ant's death spiral is not a result of some deadly disease or predator attack. It's a tragic case of miscommunication and blind faith. A simple disruption in the pheromone trail can lead to the demise of an entire ant colony. So, in essence, the ant's death spiral is a tragic case of miscommunication and blind faith. The ant's death spiral, while a grim spectacle, offers us some intriguing insights. This strange phenomenon, where ants march in an endless loop until they perish from exhaustion, is a stark reminder of the importance of independent thinking. It shows us that blindly following the crowd, without questioning where we're headed, can lead us down a dangerous path. This phenomenon also underscores the perils of communication breakdowns. Ants rely on pheromone trails to navigate, but when these signals get crossed, chaos ensues. It's a potent demonstration that clear, effective communication is vital in any society, be it an ant colony or the human world. So, as we unravel the mystery of the ant's death spiral, we find it's not just about the insects. It's about us, about our societies, our behaviors, and our choices. The ant's death spiral, a fascinating yet tragic phenomenon, serves as a stark reminder that even the tiniest creatures can teach us profound life lessons. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and have a nice day.